Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Tuesday and I love unboxing fashion with all of you. Are you ready for another crack at Stitch Fix? I know you guys are. I have a new stylist and let's hope that she can breathe some new life into my relationship with Stitch Fix, which has been a little bit rocky this year. If you guys want to see what's in my box and see me try it on, as well as hear a little bit about why I haven't been on YouTube for the last few weeks, be sure to stay tuned. Okay, so before we jump into this box, I just want to do some quick housekeeping, give you guys a little bit of an update. If you haven't been following me on Instagram, which by the way you should be, then you wouldn't know that I had to temporarily move in with my mother for a few weeks. She was having some health issues that required her needing some additional eyes on her. So I went to stay with her for a little while. It made for some very interesting Instagramming because I was essentially living out of a tiny little carry-on suitcase for about 2 or 3 weeks. But I'm home now. I'm happy to report, which means my mom is doing a lot better. Although we still have some like work to be done, but I felt comfortable enough to be able to come home and record this video for you. That being said, when I walked in the door, there was a Stitch Fix box waiting for me, and so I was like, I guess that's the first thing I'm putting on YouTube. So I've been gone a few weeks. So for those of you who are brand new to my channel, welcome. I so appreciate it. I got about 30 new followers in those 3 weeks that I was gone, even though I didn't post anything, but I appreciate you guys hanging out here and being patient while I uploaded this new video. I hope you guys enjoy it. For those of you who've been long-time fans and followers, thank you so much for your love and support. I know a lot of you do follow me on Instagram. Your prayers and your well wishes were definitely well received, and so just thank you so much. The appreciation that I have for that, I just can't even begin to tell you. So now let's jump into the box. All right, so like I said, I have a new stylist. If you guys will recall, the first 4 fixes that I had this year were horrendous. I bought nothing, which is unlike me. I've been with Stitch Fix for years and years and years now. I'm on, it doesn't actually say here. Let me see if it tells me what fix I'm on. I know I've been with them for at least 5 or more years. This is Stitch Fix number 80, you guys. So it's probably been about 6 years that I've been with Stitch Fix. And for the most part, my relationship with them has been pretty good. But the last, I don't know, 4 months or so, or yeah, have just been kind of not so great. And the fixes that I was getting were just really not so hot. So I finally did request a new stylist. And actually there's a fix that came between the last video that I did on Stitch Fix and this one. But because of the situation with my mom, I wasn't able to record it. I just posted it, the pieces on Instagram. So it's on there somewhere, I believe, if you go digging for it. And I just kept one item. So I, again, told them like, hey, yeah, you know, whatever, you can send me the same stylist or not. But they chose to give me a new stylist. Her name is Ashley. And I'm excited to jump into this box and see how she did. She says, hello, it's the best day of the week, fix day. We'll see about that. My name is Ashley and I'm thrilled to be styling you today. I had a wonderful time getting to know you and I hope these items bring some sunshine to your week. For today's fix, I focused on sending you spring and summer workwear pieces. Okay. The Lila Ryan Jenalyn pants are perfect for work and look great with all the tops included. How do they fit? They, you mentioned that you like wearing edgy pieces. This is true. It's in my profile. So I had to snag you the Karl Lagerfeld Paris Nativa Ruffle detail blouse, Stylist top with the black leather pants you ordered from the shop, which I did order, didn't fit, sent them back. And some black flats for a comfy but stylish outfit. Have fun trying everything on and please let me know your thoughts on each item at checkout. I cannot wait to see what you think and then blah blah. I didn't make any requests for this particular box again because of said situation. It was just all I could do to just, you know, get home in time to actually open the box. I actually had to extend the try on date so that I had a chance to film this video and try everything on. So let me show you what's in the box. Everything is right here. So we'll start with these pants. These are the Lila Ryan pants that she was talking about. I honestly can't remember if my profile says that like I went back to work, but I'm pretty sure that I put in there that like, hey, I have like a uniform, blah, 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 blah. Like I wear jeans and tees to work. That's my uniform. It's like a, it's just, you know, my regular dark denim jeans that I wear. And then we have like an issued t-shirt that we wear. It's really comfortable, super soft. So I love it, but, I just generally just kind of wear that. Now I can wear these black pants to work. Our, you know, dress code allows for black pants, dark denim. I can wear like dark leggings or anything like that. So I could technically wear these to work. However, I don't know. I'm not super in love with these pants. I don't know. It's just not my gig. And I'll tell you why. Mostly it's because of the material. It's this kind of brushed khaki that I don't super love. I just find that it attracts so much dog hair. And for pet owners, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I just find that they also don't wash very well. They get that kind of like dingy, what do I want to call it? Like washed out kind of like faded look. And I don't really appreciate that. So I'm going to try these on, of course, because y'all know I try on everything. But I don't think these are going to be a keeper for me. So there's that. All right. The next thing is this white top. It's a tank. It's by Market and Spruce. And actually, I really like this top. I love the detail on it. Those kind of gigantic dots on there in this, you know, monochrome vibe is really great. I love the split neck, split V-neck top. And it looks like it's going to be high enough on the, or underneath the arm here. So this is definitely promising. Market and Spruce is a great brand. All right. The next top here is by Britton. And it is a gray and white striped tee. Really cute. Nice material, super soft. Only thing I don't like is that knot at the bottom. And I know that is supposed to be like a built-in French tuck there, but I just find that shirts like this just add bulk in a way that I don't really like. So I don't have high hopes for this t-shirt either. This is the back, but I do like the stripes. Next up is a Calvin Klein roll sleeve blouse. It has a nice heft to it. All right, I'll start with that. As a lot of Calvin Klein items do, they're always constructed really nicely. This one has like a great neckline. It's a V-neck, but it has this kind of like stitched pleating at the top there. So that's super flattering. I love that. If I was somebody who was going to an office or worked in a more professional setting, like this would definitely be a beautiful kind of neckline to wear underneath maybe like a blazer or something. But what I don't love about this top is this roll tab sleeve. I'm just kind of over roll tab sleeves. They feel very dated to me. They feel like things like, well, I guess, you know, what we would think a 40-year-old woman would be wearing. You know what I mean? And I guess I fit that description, but I don't know. This just feels very mom matronly, like not in a good way. And while I will be honest with you, I have owned a ton of roll tab sleeves over the years, but at some point it's just like, it just becomes old and trite. And that's how I'm feeling right now about roll tab sleeves. So I've been kind of weaning them out of my collection. I've been going for more fun sleeves, kind of like this blouse that I got, I rented from Rent the Runway. I love a fun sleeve. Anybody who follows me on Instagram knows that because I talk about it all the time. And this just isn't fun for me. This just says boring and I don't know, not very exciting. It's that tunic style, which I've been, again, also trying to kind of get away from a little bit. And again, there's nothing wrong with it per se. It's just not my vibe anymore. And I've really moved to this kind of a different aesthetic. So this just really doesn't, I don't know, vibe with me as much as it used to, I guess. When I first started with Stitch Fix, actually one of the very first tops that I purchased from Stitch Fix was a top very similar to this with a beautiful roll tab sleeve on it and a tunic style. And it had this really cool edgy detailing on it. And I loved that top. I wore it literally until I wore it out. And then I got another similar one. So like what I'm saying is like, yes, at one point that was my style, but as I have mentioned, you know, my style has evolved, and sometimes I feel like my stylists at Stitch Fix have not evolved with me, and so that just kind of tends to be a problem. And so this like leaves me stuck in a place where I was, and like doesn't move me forward to where I'm going with my fashion. All right, the last item in this box is a Karl Lagerfeld Paris top. One of the things I love about this label is that there are always these really great design elements. There's some detail on the pieces that just makes them feel a little more luxe than like your normal shirt. This one has this houndstooth print to it, which I really love. It's kind of got this like black and brown kind of caramel, white, ivory vibe going onto it. So I feel like it would be very versatile. I love the stitching detail on here. When I'm looking at Karl Lagerfeld Paris pieces, I'm always looking for those details, because it's usually that kind of like manufacturing details that makes it worth the price. You know, like this kind of detail on the stitching, most companies would probably just leave this as a solid piece and wouldn't have put in the extra effort to do all that extra stitching, but it just gives it a little extra oomph, I guess, you know, and really reinforces the collar. You've got this really great pleating that's happening on here, and it's at the sleeves as well. But what really makes this top special to me, besides the ruffle detail in the front, if you can see that there, that's right, there's ruffling there, is actually the buttons. And they were a little hard to undo when you guys see me do the try on, but I really do love them. They're just a little pearls, and that's it. There's no like button, just these little pearls, but it just makes it feel so like luxe and special. So I had high hopes for this going into it, and you guys will see in the try on how it goes. All right, that's everything in this box. Let's do a try on really quick. I'll talk you through what I love and don't love about each one of these pieces, and then when we're done with that, we'll do a recap. All right, stay tuned. All right, so I thought I'd start the try on with the blouse that I was just talking about, which is the Karl Lagerfeld one. That's this one here. A beautiful blouse. I was actually pleasantly surprised by it, because when I first took it out of the box, I thought, oh my gosh, this is like such a disaster. Why Stitch Fix? Why are you doing this to me? But it ended up, when I put this on, that I actually really liked it. I thought at first the sleeves were going to be too wide at the arm, but they're like generous. They're definitely roomy, but not in an unflattering way. I actually ended up trying on this shirt with a blazer just to see if it would fit underneath a blazer, like the sleeves would fit through the blazer armholes, and it went on perfectly seamlessly. It actually looked really good. If you're somebody who works in a more professional setting but still like to have some pieces that again are, I guess you can call this edgy, then this is something I would definitely try. I don't know if I would call this edgy or not. I guess maybe it is kind of, but it was just really great once I got it on my body. This ruffle in the front isn't too much because it does cut in a V here, and I know you can see it in the video, although you can't see it when I hold it up to myself right here, but in the video you can see obviously it has a nice V here. So the ruffles aren't overwhelming on the bust line, and they're just very like soft. They're not too much. I have another Karl Lagerfeld top in this beautiful orange, and it has ruffles down the front, but they're just a little bit overwhelming for me, and so really the only time I can wear it is if I have a blazer on to kind of tone down or tame that ruffle. This is a little bit different. You saw me put this on both like tucked in and pulled out. I thought it was really great tucked into the pants. It just gives it a nice clean look, very professional look. It's not overly bulky, so perfect for tucking in. And then, you know, when you take it out, if you're wearing something, you could do like a little half tuck, a French tuck or whatever, and wear this with like a really great pair of denim. I have a pair of denim trousers from Banana Republic that I think this would be, or actually from Ann Taylor, that I think this shirt would be really great with. So I think this could be dressed up or dressed down. Like Ashley said, I think this would be great with a black flat. I don't have any, but I am working on building up my shoe collection this year. That was one of my style resolutions for 2021. Okay, let's talk about these pants really quick. I will not be keeping these pants for the reasons that I told you about. I just don't love this fabric. I just don't think it's going to hold up over time. It's a beautiful kind of like, it feels like a beautiful brushed khaki kind of material. It almost has like a velvety feel to it, but I just know from experience it doesn't hold up well when you wash and you wear it. It just fades in really weird ways. Also, these pants are not curvy girl friendly, so there was a lot of gapping at the back. They just didn't sit over my rear in a nice way, so they weren't that flattering. Also, the other thing is they're too short for my taste. I just thought the pant hem just fell just a little shy of where I wanted to be. In the video, I am wearing a pair of wedge sandals that are probably on their last summer because I just don't love them as much as I did when I bought them several years ago. But that's what I was wearing earlier in the day, and so I put them on with these pants. But as you can see, even with that little bit of height, they're just too short. They're just kind of like hovering above my ankles, and I just didn't really appreciate that. I would love for these to be just a little bit longer if I was going to keep them, but for those two other reasons, I definitely wouldn't have been anyway. So those were definitely a no. Okay, let's talk next about this Calvin Klein roll tab top. There were so many things to like about this top. I really love the color on it. It's just this beautiful kind of burgundy color, this deep purple. The V-neck on it is really lovely. As you can see, it's just nice and open. I love the way the pleating lays on the bust. It's just beautiful. But what got me at the end is just the sleeves. I'm done with this. Do you hear me, Stitch Fix? No more of this. At least not for a little while. And again, there was nothing particularly wrong with this. It just doesn't fit my vibe at the moment. So I'm going to pass on this, but it has a really nice weight to it. So if you are somebody who's into tunic tops, would love to have a tunic top, this is definitely one to look into. It has a nice length on it. It covers the rear and the hip. Again, the length is something that I've just discovered as I've gotten a little bit older and my weight has distributed on my body a little bit differently, that this is not my best look. It actually makes me look a little wider through the midsection and like doesn't show off my curves in a way that I think is flattering, but that's just me. It's not anything wrong with the shirt. It's just not working for me. So if you're somebody who's into tunic tops, I would definitely recommend this one. It's like I said, a beautiful weight, beautiful color. As far as tunic tops goes, it's a winner. All right, next is the 9 Britton t-shirt. That's this one here. Okay, here's what I loved about it. It had a nice sleeve on it. I love the color, the stripe. I'm actually in the market for a striped t-shirt. It has a nice weight to it. I feel like this will wash up really nicely, and like probably with just like a hand steamer, you could get all the little wrinkles out, but I just don't love that knot. It's just in a weird spot. And actually at first when I put this on, I thought it was going to go in the middle, but it's not. It's off to the side, again, to give you that kind of like half tucked feel, but it just falls short because the shirt is a little longer than actually I would like it to be. And that might be in part because of the fact that my rise, so the space between like my crotch and waist is kind of short. So I'm sure on somebody else this would hit at the right spot, but on me it just comes like comes down way too far. And so instead of getting that extra leg length that a half tuck would give you, I get cut off in a weird spot. And so I just don't really like this. I also like just don't really care for pre-rolled tops. I have a couple, but it's few and far between that, when I fall in love and keep one that's like this. So this is just a no for me. And then the final item that I'm kind of on the fence about is this Merkin and Spruce top. I do really love that this is a perfect piece for the summertime. It's just a really nice white tank, but it has some detail to it. So it gives it some interest. It's just not a plain tank. I could definitely use something like this. And I feel like this is a great piece to throw on underneath like a sweater or like a cardigan or a blazer or something like that for those days when I'm going to be out, wherever and the AC is kind of blasting a little too hard. yeah, I just feel like this is really a great piece. I don't have any complaints about it. I love the notched V at the neckline. It just kind of opens up that space a little bit, but still has some like extra coverage here. I thought it fell nicely under the bust. It's not too big underneath the arms, so my bra isn't showing. It's a bra-friendly tank. It's very soft, super comfortable. My only concern about this shirt is, and I guess I can look right now, is what it's made out of. Because I don't want the lining to shrink and then be uneven. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but if you've ever had a shirt that finishes like this, see how the lining is shorter than the actual hem here, so you have that kind of illusion at the bottom. Sometimes when you put it in the wash, the lining shrinks and then makes the shirt, because it's attached, like lay uneven. It doesn't ever lay flat again. And I've had that happen with a number of shirts. So that's kind of my concern here. So let me just do a quick check to see what it's made out of. The shell is 100% polyester. Shell knit. Oh, that's the back part. It's rayon and spandex. The lining is polyester spandex. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. That's what's keeping me from saying yes to this, is just knowing if this is gonna shrink on me in a weird way. Of course, I know that I can always, you know, hand wash it and just line dry as opposed to tumble dry. So that's always an option, but I don't know. We'll see. All right. That's everything that's in the box. That's the try on. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Definitely kind of keep in mind which pieces you liked. But before you make any decisions about what you think I should keep, let's do a recap. All right, let's jump into the pricing for Stitch Fix number 80. Let's start with the Karl Lagerfeld Paris Nativa Ruffle Detail Blouse. That's this one here with the houndstooth. It was a large. It did fit true to size. It's $79.50. That's about right on par with items from that label. So I was kind of anticipating the price point, and all the pieces that I have from Karl Lagerfeld Paris, which are all tops, have all totally been worth it. They also have a lovely resale value in case you're somebody who ends up putting things on Poshmark like I do. All right, the Lila Ryan Jenalyn Bootcut Pant in a black. This is size 10. I would say they run true to size as long as you're not curvy, like you don't have a lot of hips and rear like I do. These are $88. I don't think they're worth that price tag, and I'm definitely not going to be keeping those. Next is I just dropped Calvin Klein Dustin roll sleeve blouse. This is in a beautiful purple. It is in a size large. I did think it ran true to size. It's $69. Again, Calvin Klein items tend to be very quality. They have a pretty decent resale on Poshmark if you're interested. So again, I think the price point is worth it. Although I know a lot of people who look for Calvin Klein items in like places like Ross or what's the other one I'm thinking of? Marshalls or TJ Maxx or anything like that. So it's definitely a design label that you can find in those kind of one-off places. But if you're in the market for a beautiful tunic with a nice weight to it, I definitely recommend this one. Again, it's $69 and I do think it's worth the price. Next is the Market and Spruce Ezide. I think that's how it's pronounced, Ezide, textured print top. It's in white. It's a size large. Again, runs true to size. It's $58. A little pricey for this top, I think, but I'll think about it. And then finally is the 9 Britton Levie knot front knit top. Again, in a large. Again, runs true to size. This is $34, about what you would expect to pay. But I won't be keeping this either. All right, so my total would be $328.50. Of course, if you keep all 5 items from your Stitch Fix, a 5 for 5 as we call it, you save 25% off your box, which would been a savings of $82.13. I'm clearly not going to keep everything in this box. And then, of course, if you have paid a styling fee, that styling fee goes towards the you know, the cost of whatever you decide to purchase. I am a Style Pass member, so no sweat off my back whether I keep anything or not. What do you guys think I should keep? Definitely let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear what you guys have to say. I would love to hear just like your thoughts on my thoughts, because I know I'm such a complicated fashionista, and I don't think I used to be this complicated, but I am who I am now, and I'm happy with it, because I'm really like honing this wardrobe that I really love and I really feel great in. There is no better feeling than waking up, getting dressed, looking in the mirror and being like, dude, I look good. That's how I want to feel every day. I never want to look in the mirror and be like, nah, you know, I got through the day. You know, I want to feel amazing every time I put something on. I want every piece to have meaning for me. I want every piece to just make me feel like the rock star that I am, because I juggle a lot, and I think my wardrobe should be up for the challenge. All right, you guys, be sure to follow me on Instagram. That's where I'll be styling anything that I keep here. Please like and subscribe. I'm on my way to 500 subscribers. I'm like 20 away, and I think I might do a giveaway when we get to 500 subscribers. So please be sure to subscribe, like this video if you enjoyed it, and until the next video, live with love.